So this is part 2 of Indiana's Death Row. I'll have the part 1 up soon for people who didn't watch it, but it's sad. It's sad in like a dumb way, in that like they're living way too good of a life in these fucking prisons. So let's just watch.
I was given privileged access to this dark and forbidding world.
Aw.
Stealing cookies as a 7-year-old boy in school, turned into a 20-year-old killing a cop, landing himself on death row.
I like how he's associating the cookies with killing a cop. What a this is what books do in prison.
To Indiana State
This
Prison.
80 IQ read like Machiavelli, and now he's saying this shit. This is dumb. Like, don't give them books anymore, please. Whoever's giving them books, do not give them any more books. Let them fucking sit in their cells.
The prince told me the cookies made me into a bad person. Therefore, I'm a bad person.
The 12 men here are locked in
Oh, this is
their
the guy who
cells
cleans all the
for
time.
23 hours
This
a
is
day,
the guy who's making archaeological findings in
given
his
a
room.
single hour's recreation.
This is just a black guy.
Taking his is Frederick Bell. His crime, the murder of a mother.
Or they're just
and a
walking
young
around in the morning, like getting their
Bear
cup of
could
Joe.
be next on the list to be executed.
Oh man, that fucking cat's a
Is this
piece
your
of shit.
exercise routine?
Yeah, this is my recreation right now. You want down, mama?
This is the guy that
And how's
just
the cat?
writes on his wall and
Looks
poop
See
very
the
well
crayon.
fed.
see the cat as a kitten
What's your
flipped over its
exercise routine?
you know its
Usually
poop box,
consists of
and now as an
leg
adult it
press
killed another
machine or
cat.
Going outside or hitting the weights.
See, that's
or
just-
sitting there
that's
calling
just
somebody,
the
your loved
cycle
ones, and your
of-
family on,
Yeah.
on the telephone.
First it flips this litter
You know, or
box,
you
then
can
it's a
sit up there
murderer.
Like I was doing, just writing a letter, writing my girl over in Germany.
I wonder if they're gonna kill the cat
Is
when
she
it
in
goes,
Germany doing
when it
what?
comes time to kill him.
She's in
Girl-
Germany, probably
Girlfriend in
right
Germany?
now, getting ready to fix supper. So,
What?
she,
Girlfriend in
her
Germany.
name is Susan,
What?
and she's
Is this guy insane on top of being a
It
murderer?
must be
This is
strange
bullshit. That's
having
bullshit.
a
That's
relationship when you're
girlfriend
so
Susan
far
in
away,
Germany.
When you are in the
Keep telling yourself that, buddy.
circumstances that you are.
First
ain't
of
gonna
all,
sugarcoat it.
Susan isn't
Most
even
of us
a name
probably
in
won't
German.
get off death row. We'll be executed, or we'll die from our appeals running out of, whatever health reasons or whatever.
What?
I hope.
We saw in the
Maybe.
last. They just stick you with
One
insulin.
day I might get
Free
off.
insulin.
I'll be here for a while.
But the reality and the truth of that, I probably won't. There's like 16 levels to a death
There's like
row
a certain
appeals.
inhumanity to keeping
From
these
the
people
start
alive for as long as they
all the way to
do.
the finish. And
Yeah.
that's not including.
just let me die,
clemency,
goddammit.
asking the governor for,
Although it's more inhuman to
Please,
me
Grace.
having to watch this guy talk.
and
Which stage are you at?
I'm on 13. I've been here 7 years. My appeals have been going since then, and
Is
I'm
that
kind
the
of
stage
rapid on
of?
mine. That's what tells me I don't know if I'll get off or not.
Is that the archaeological
It sounds
stage?
from what you say
Yeah.
and what you admit
What the
yourself.
fuck?
That
Or is
time
that
is
the
running
painting
out.
tit stage?
Yeah, it is.
This is the stage where he
Yeah,
wears a
that's the
big
reality
condom
of
on
my
his head
situation.
and has a ponytail.
Time runs out,
It's kind of like the college lesbian phase in
You're
prison, you know?
handcuffed and
People don't really
Yeah.
respect it,
Yeah.
but it happens.
They stick a needle in your arm and they kill you. Might sound cold, but that's the reality.
Actually, they just stick a catheter in your arm and then inject you with a bunch of stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they-
sure, whatever.
They,
The last
they
man
first
to be
inject
given a
you with
lethal
the
injection that Indiana State
relaxing
Prison
shit or whatever,
was
and then they
Matthew
actually kill
Eric
you.
Yeah.
Ringrose.
Yeah, muscle relaxant.
Yeah.
Convicted of killing his wife and 2 relatives.
I don't
He
even
spent
think it's
14
legal in a
years
lot of
on
them. I
death
think
row.
they made it
Yeah.
illegal.
This is an old video. Or is just,
Because I think the
night of
it's pretty
December the
expensive to
11th,
even make those. They
2009,
like nobody even makes the
Rinkles
drugs
was put to
anymore
death
for
Yeah.
lethal
this
injection.
some Europeans made it. Well, let's listen to what he's saying here, because we don't have subtitles anymore.
Superintendent Bill Wilson, who presides over all executions at Indiana State Prison, is taking me to its death chamber.
Alright, cool.
So these
Oh,
are
sweet.
the steps which an inmate who's about to be executed would take into this area.
Correct. There's a a process or a time frame in which we do everything. But yes.
This is the hallway?
approximately
This is the hallway
between
they have to
4 and
walk
5,
down?
The night of the execution, we would
Fucking
bring the
interviewers
offender
is such
over
a
here,
child.
and he would
I
be
love
housed
it.
in a
I know.
holding cell until the time of the
I love
execution.
Nelson
How
Mandela.
horrifying to walk through a hallway is just blue and white.
As your last experience
As
in
the
this
appointed
world.
time for
Yeah,
the execution draws nearer,
Oh
the
shit,
prisoner
man.
is kept under close
Dude, this is
observation.
more like it. This is where how they should be living.
This is how they
Oh,
should be
they-
living,
they-
yeah.
This is
I don't know,
usually
I'd
a
sleep
very
here.
quiet time for
Yeah,
the
I'd sleep here. It's
Themselves,
fine.
if
I was sleepy, I'd sleep here. No problem.
Others just sit here and meditate and are very quiet for the last few hours.
And other people just take their poop and smear it all over the
My
walls.
job is to put this man to death. That's very
Have you ever had somebody kill themselves before they were supposed to
surreal
be killed?
Probably.
moment in time.
It's kind of ironic if that does happen. And funny. I should be like in the fucking funny papers if that does happen.
Like right next to the comics, there's like a story about the dude that hung himself in
Yeah.
the cell.
In the pre-execution cell.
Yeah, the pre-exit. Yeah.
That's
And
funny.
a picture of him hanging from the fucking ceiling.
With his tongue out.
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty
look at this.
funny.
This is some BDSM shit. Can we
Nice.
can we shoot a porn in here? Like fuck executing people. Let's get a porno going.
How do inmates react?
They have to
right
coom in
at
prison
this-
too.
At this point.
At some point.
They always come in prison. It's one of the few things they still
execution
can
that
do.
I've been a part of. Every offender has done it differently. Most have always.
This guy's
as-
fucking
as
was sweating just from walking down the hall.
Their station, their position.
When's the
process
last
of
time this
offender.
guy's worked out in his life?
One of them.
In the
first
previous
execution I
life.
was ever a part
In the
of,
previous
the
life.
offender turned to
Okay.
us and
That makes sense.
Mr. Potato Nose.
apologized to us about having to put us in this place. And he basically said, I'm sorry you guys have to do this.
Do people resist? I mean, there's not very much to resist with handcuffs all around
The
and
only
being
time
tied
I-
up to the gurney.
The only time I've ever had any resistance was one offender was passive. He didn't actually participate in movement. He didn't participate in getting on the bed. So we had to actually carry him from the holding
And
cell.
that turned me
to
on.
The execution.
I love a dead lay.
Changed? What do you
That
say?
was the
Well, we do
day
everything we can
that I
to
got
make
off.
sure that
I
they-
really did.
That's
I
the
had
first
hardest
time and
workout
last time I got a chub.
understand where we're at in the process. We constantly are encouraging him to ask questions or just trying to be there for him.
What?
Once he's
Keep
placed
asking
on the
questions?
gurney, he's allowed to
What the fuck?
give a final statement.
like high school.
An actual death warrant is read.
No dumb
to him
questions.
so that he understands again why he's in this position. And at that point,
What
then
is
we start the
the
execution
Heisenberg's
process.
uncertainty principle?
I have to go look it up on the computer so it, you know,
Yeah.
prolongs the execution. That could also be in the funny papers. The last request by inmate. What is the Heisenberg
Yeah.
principle? Could be in the funny papers. Sure, why not? Have
Put
his
it all in the
face.
funny papers. Just put everything in
Have
it.
him strapped to the fucking gurney, just looking crazy.
Tongue hanging out.
Yeah. As he's dying.